Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So we are here once again on a Tuesday. So that means we're looking again at my inherited movie collection. And I cannot believe how long this has gone on, how much content this inherited collection has brought me. It's just amazing. And I just feel so thankful every time I sit down to film one of these, because the amount of incredible movies I've added to my collection during this is insane to me. It's kind of breathtaking. So anyway, with that said, today we are looking at box number 10, part 2. So last week we did half of this big old giant, let me see, I'll show it again here. Can you see it there? Like I said last time, it doesn't really do it justice, but last time I ended up doing half of it, and so today we're going to look at the second half, or like the bottom layer on this box, and see what it is that we're going to add to the media collection today. So if you, oh, you know what though? No, before we do that, let's talk about our stats from box 10 part A or box 10 part 1. So what I've decided to do is that every video I will have its own column, I guess, on my spreadsheet. So I will keep it separated in that way. So let's look at what box 10 part 1 had in store for us. So you can see on the screen right now, box 10A or box 10 part 1 ended up having 72 items total, 30 of which ended up going in the trade or sell pile, and then 42 of them are staying in my movie collection. So none of them in binder. So it was a really good box, and you can see 58.33% of them are staying in the collection, which is really good. Some eagle-eyed viewer out there might notice that there was a change, and I believe it was box number 8. So I realized when I was putting in the movies, because I'm going through on my spreadsheet and adding in all the movies that I'm keeping, and I noticed at that point that Enemy at the Gates was one I actually hauled back in box number 2, and I just didn't remember it 6 weeks later when I was opening box number 8, and so that one ended up having one moved from the kept pile down to the donated or sold pile. Obviously it's the same number of movies, just that percentage is a little different there, which I'm certain nobody would have noticed that, but I wanted to call it out just in case there's that one person out there who happened to notice it. But yeah, so we're doing really well, as you guys can continue to see. So no complaints, and I am loving this every single week. All right, so enough of the stats. Let's get into this one, guys. If you do enjoy this series, please give this one a like down below. That really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my inherited movie collection, box number 10, part 2. So much like last week, I have this too far over, so you're gonna see the box in the frame, and I apologize, but not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's get into this one here. First up, so first up is a classic, a legend in sci-fi. This is Metropolis, and this is the original Fritz Lang movie from whenever, the 30s, I want to say, 1926, so even earlier than I was thinking. But I do own this one on Blu-ray, I believe, so this one will go out of the collection, but this is just, I don't know, kind of interesting. I really like that. So starting off on a high note, even though it is one that will go into the donate pile, or the trade pile, I guess I should refer to it as. And then we have, okay, so another movie pack here. This one, okay, this is Drenched in Blood. So this has 4 movies on 2 double-sided discs. So we have Fungicide, Gorgoyles, like G-O-R-E, Goyles, Devil's Moon, and Tales of Terror. So this is from Brentwood Home Video. It's not a Mill Creek set, which I have never heard of Brentwood Home Media before. Let's open this up. Knock some of the dust out. So yeah, nothing on the discs at all. I have to assume these are, yeah, it says standard. So my thought is that these are full screen releases, which I know somebody's called me out that, you know, they prefer full screen, and hey, power to you. But for my collection, I want them in the correct aspect ratio, the director's intended aspect ratio. So that's why I consistently call out what the aspect ratio is on this. But you do you. I'm gonna, do what works for me. But in this instance, I need to look these up to see what their original aspect ratio is, because these could very well be full screen movies. Oh, these are relatively newer compared to what I was thinking. Fungicide is from 2004 along with Devil's Moon, and then the other 2 are from 2003. So that's interesting. And one of them is 150, almost 2 hours for Tales of Terror. I wonder if yeah, it is. It's an anthology film. This is interesting. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile and move on because I'm already taking too much time. So let's put that in maybe, and I'll look it up afterwards. Okay, so this is a family video one. So the best we would do here is put it in a binder. And actually, this is Beyond Reanimator, and this looks like in great shape. I am fairly certain I don't have this one. I don't even think I have Bride of Reanimator yet. So I will put this one in a binder, assuming I don't have it. Let me just double check, make sure I don't already own this one. So I don't own that one already, so that will be put in a binder. That's cool. I like Reanimator is a fantastic horror film. I don't know why I haven't watched the sequels yet, but you know, this one's in my collection now. Oh, this looks great. This is Raging Sharks. Oh my gosh. Okay, please be... I like nature docs, but I really want this one to just be like a stupid horror movie. In these waters, man is the only prey. Okay, this is an underwater seismic survey lab, and they pick up an unusual phenomenon on the ocean floor. This looks interesting. Hundreds of sharks, oh my gosh, around the energy field. It's unlike anything they've ever seen. Yes, please. Directed by Danny Lerner. This is from Echo Bridge Entertainment, and it is in widescreen, so this is a must keep for me. This looks great. Let me just open it up here. Yeah, for sure. Definitely holding on to Raging Sharks. That looks like a heck of a lot of fun. So that'll be our first one in the keep pile, so that's good. We have that pile started now. Keep on going here. This is H.P. Lovecraft, The Unnameable 2, it looks like. From the creator of Beyond Reanimator, John Rhys Davies is in this. This is interesting. I don't know what this is. Clearly, it's a sequel of some sort. Yeah, from Beyond and the original The Unnameable comes The Unnameable 2. Yeah, so this is very interesting. Directed by Jean-Paul Willet, I would imagine is how you say that. I don't know. I'm terrible with like pronouncing names. But yeah, Unnameable 2. I really wish that I had the original in the collection, but I might hold on to this one anyway. I can't tell if it's in widescreen or full screen though, unfortunately. So I'm going to put this in the maybe pile for now and see what I can learn about it. So that's an interesting one. Very intrigued to see what that one, if it's like made for TV movie. I just don't know. So I'm intrigued. Oh my gosh. This looks amazing. Hammerhead. Half man, half shark, total terror. Oh yes, please. This looks awesome. It is in full screen, but I just feel like this could originally be a full screen made for TV movie, like made for sci-fi. I've seen this cover before. I've heard of this movie, but Jeffrey Combs and William Forsythe are in this. That's absurd. So this is another one I'm going to put in the maybe pile, see what else I can find about it. But that is an awesome, like, it's just awesome to see movies like that in this pile here. So very good. Oh, this movie's excellent. I love High Tension. Such a wonderful horror film. This is just, I know, it's great. You have to see this one if you've not seen it. It's very much of the torture genre. I believe this is a French film, and it is fantastic. So I love this one, but I do own this one on, I think it's on Blu-ray. I don't remember if I own it on Blu-ray or DVD, but I do own that one. So I will put that into the trade pile and move on to the next one here, which also looks amazing. Okay, how do I say this? Syngenor, synthesized genetic organism, product of science, nightmare from hell in widescreen. Oh my gosh, directed by George. Oh man, why do we even bother trying? Elanagian Jr.? I don't know. Considered by many to be the lost David Gale film. Syngenor features special visual effects from Robert and Dennis Skotak, creators of visual effects for Aliens and the Abyss. What? This is awesome. What an amazing find in here. Absolutely. 100% holding on to this. It looks just too good to be true. I am absolutely keeping that one. That's a great find. This is an awesome half of the box so far, and it just keeps, like, it doesn't let me down either, because the next one here is Blood Relic. After 22 years, it's back. Another director I don't recognize. This one is in the full frame format, but it's a voodoo curse is set to be unleashed again. Oh man, I don't recognize the actors in this one either. It's in full frame. Do I hold on to it, or do I just put it in the trade pile? It's from 2005. I don't know. I think this one is going to go into the trade pile. Like, looks really cool. Like, has a really cool cover. Looks really good. But I just think that might be one that I don't need to hold on to. Oh, and then another Starship Troopers. This is Invasion, which Honestly, this might be the one I already own on 3D Blu-ray, I want to say. So let me just double check that one real quick. I was mixing this one up with War of the Worlds Goliath. That's the one I have on 3D Blu-ray. I do not own Star Troopers Invasion, so this is another one for my Star Troopers collection. I will 100% be holding onto this one. I really hope I come across the original, because I think that was one that I ended up like trading off or something, thinking I would just upgrade it to Blu-ray. But if it's in this with these DVDs, I would be very happy, because I have 2, 3 Invasion, so I just need the original. But anyway, the next one, or not the next one, I went back and just checked on this one really quick, and it actually looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I am going to hold on to this one. I think full frame is the original aspect ratio, so I'm moving Blood Relic from the donate pile to the keep pile. So just wanted to give you an update on that one, since I looked it up while I was paused. And then we have Resident Evil Damnation. This is one that I do own already on Blu-ray. Let me just look real quick. And I'm wrong again. I own Degeneration on Blu-ray, so I don't have this one. So I'm holding on to Resident Evil Damnation. I'll be 100% with you. I don't really enjoy the animated Resident Evil movies. For whatever reason, they never connected with me like the live action ones do, which I absolutely love. So either way, I don't own this, so it will go into the collection because it is Resident Evil, a franchise that I love. So for that reason, I will hold on to it. I wish I should have like cut these flaps off, so it was a little bit easier, but that's all right. Wrong Turn 4. This one I'm 100% certain I do own on Blu-ray already. I think I have the entire collection on Blu-ray at this point, including the remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it. Decoys. This is fun, but I believe I picked this one up in one of the earlier boxes. But again, I just have not gone in and like added them to my collection. So I need to double check this one too. Give me just another second. So it's not one from my earlier hauls here, but it is one that is in my collection already. So Decoys will go into the trade pile, and just some great art on the back there, or some awesome screenshots. It just makes it look so much fun. So yeah, this one will go into the trade pile. And then we have, this is one that is familiar to me thanks to Family Video. This is Extraterrestrial, and it's from Nacho, I'm going to mess up the name again, but Vigalondo, and he is the person who directed Time Crimes, which is like a time travel thriller, I guess. And this one, like the funniest movie of the decade, not what you would expect, but I don't own this one. So I will hold on to this, and this is, I want to say a French film? No, Spanish it looks like. It's a Spanish film. So yeah, this one should be a lot of fun. Terrestrial. This one looks like a sci-fi alien invasion comedy, and I will hold on to that. We have another multi-pack here. This is 6 films. So we have Quarantine, Acceptable Risks, Adrenaline, Fear the Rush, Blindness, Autumn, and The Dead Outside. And I think I have a couple of these already. And I think I have Blindness and Autumn, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have them or had them on DVD at one point. But this one, I don't know if I want this one or not. Like, the covers look very generic to me. Autumn, I believe, is actually based on a book, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to put this one, let me see what The Dead Outside is. In the stark aftermath of a neurological pandemic, 2 strangers come together on an isolated Scottish farm. I mean, these are in widescreen. I mean, why not hold on to them, I guess? You see it's on 2 different DVDs, another Echo Bridge title. I guess I'll hold on to it. Maybe. Should I? Quarantine. When terrorists infect a small community with a biological agent, a deadly virus begins to spread. So that's like contagions and outbreaks. Yeah, right there. It says contagions and outbreaks. So maybe I will hold on to this one, because I tend to like pandemic movies like that, outbreak films like that. So I'll hold on to that one. And then next up, look at that cover. That looks awesome. Video Geek turns Video Freak. I can't even tell you the name of this. Cyclops? Yeah, Cyclops. Oh my God, this looks great. Brett Piper wrote and directed this one. Oh man, and this twisted tale of technology gone awry. I just watched a movie that was very similar to this that I loved, because it's like early 90s. It was that movie, not this one. I don't know when this one is, but that movie was like early 90s, like I don't know what's going to happen with the internet. Like, email is new. Everything is just brand new when it comes to home computers, really. And just the scare, like how scary it was for some people. And they took advantage of that in the horror realm. I'm just forgetting the name of it. I'll probably put it up here for you, but I forget the title of it. But it was so much fun. I had such a blast with it. It was on HBO Max if you're interested. But this one is from 2002, and I cannot find an aspect ratio, but I'm holding on to this one. This looks so fun. So Cyclops is going into the collection. Not even, you know what, I guess I'll put it in the maybe pile just to make sure, but I'm sure that one's going to stay. Ooh, and then Paranormal Haunting, The Curse of Blue Moon Inn, a Philip Gardner film. Okay, so this is from when? 2011. Has a parental advisory sticker on the back. That's great. Yeah, Philip Gardner wrote and directed, and this looks just like a crazy movie. So yep, I'm gonna hold on to this one. It's probably gonna be just awful, but that's okay. Like, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm paying nothing for it. It's just gonna take up a little bit of space. We're gonna hold on to that one. Paranormal Haunting, The Curse of Blue Moon Inn is also going in this keep pile. This one I do already own. This is Bigfoot, The Lost Coast Tapes. I think this was a found footage Bigfoot movie, if I am remembering correctly. I know I watched one of these, but I don't remember which one it was, if it was this one or another one with a similar name. But I do own this one on, I want to say, Blu-ray. So that one will go into the trade pile. Oh, heck yes. And we have Bigfoot County, 2 Bigfoot movies back to back. Once a Myth, Now a Reality, and this one is from Lionsgate, directed by Steven Stewart. So I honestly don't know if I have this one or not. I do have a handful of Bigfoot movies in my collection, so I guess I'll just double check real quickly and see if this one is already one of them that is in there. This might have been a Dollar Tree haul, but it doesn't look like. I do have Bigfoot, The Lost Coast Tapes, Bigfoot Wars, In Search of Bigfoot, and not your typical Bigfoot movie, but not Bigfoot County. Awesome. Very happy to add that one to the collection. And then we have The Horror Within. I don't recognize any of the actors, but it has a pretty decent cover there. This is a full screen presentation directed by Tom Sanders. None of these names are ringing a bell. When 8 college friends decide to film the last scenes of their student film at an abandoned home. Like, oh my God, that sounds cool. Now it's a battle of life and death with the horror within the house, and only a few will survive until daybreak. All right, this is going to go in the maybe. There's nothing on the back, unfortunately, but I'm going to put this in the maybe pile and see if I can find out anything more about it, because I'm a sucker when it's like, you know, people going to film something. I'm just a sucker for that, so I'll give it a shot. Oh, this is great. Bridget Nielsen in Chained Heat 2. Heck yes. Is this one in the proper aspect ratio? Yes, it is. 1.85 to 1. Yeah, 100% holding on to this one. Again, I don't have the original, which is a shame, but maybe I'll come across it in this box or one of the 2 others we have to go here. So Chained Heat 2 will go into the collection. And then we have Expecting Mercy. Again, I don't recognize the names on the cover. Maybe if I saw their faces, I would. But this looks like a domestic thriller of some sort. Directed and written by Dave Hansen. The owner of the inn, Edward Slayer, has an elaborate system of cameras set up around the house and is watching the couple's every move. Oh, see, that intrigues me. That's what gets me. It's like these one lines in these synopses that like sound interesting enough that makes me want to hold on to it. So, and this is one of those instances. So I will hold on to this. It almost reminds me a little bit of something like Vacancy. So that one is going into the maybe pile because it is in full frame. Oh, and then we have Venom. This is cool. This is from the creator of Scream. So this is actually, I want to say, like written by Kevin Williamson, if I'm not mistaken. Where is it? It's not coming up here. Does it say on the front? Yeah, there it is. Kevin Williamson. Produced by Kevin Williamson. So, yeah, this is interesting. He didn't write the screenplay, though, or direct it. But, it's the director of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, Jim Gillespie. Okay, very good. But I'm wasting your time because this one was already in one of my other multi-packs that I held on to. So, in order to save some space, I will just keep this one in the multi-pack and I will trade that version in. Oh my gosh, some of these covers are just amazing. And this is another one. This is The Brain Machine. It has no conscience. It shows no mercy. Oh, it is in full frame. Oh my goodness. Several people volunteer for a scientific experiment about mind reading and memory. The experiment goes horribly wrong. Directed by Joy N. Huck Jr. I have to put it in the maybe pile. Again, this is another one with nothing on the back, but I need to see if this is the OAR or not. So I will put that in the maybe pile and come back to it. Miners Massacre. This is familiar. Is this Asylum? No, it's not. It's just some, I've heard of it before somehow. Okay, so this one is in full screen as well. Gold Miners Slaughter. Yeah, like this looks so fun. See, this is another one where like I'm tempted, even though it's full screen. Like that could have been the OAR, and it's like, is this the only release of this movie ever? It might be. So maybe pile. My maybe pile is getting huge now, and that's always just discouraging, because that means a lot of work at the end of the video here. So then we have Decoys: The Second Seduction. Oh, okay. Did I already pick this one up? I don't remember, but I need to check and see if this one is in my collection. I remember this cover well, and it might just be because of Family Video. I don't know. Oh, no. This is the sequel. We had the original we just talked about, so this is the second one. Awesome. I don't own this one already, so this will go into the keep pile. Heck yeah. That looks great, and I don't even know if I showed you, but it says on the back here, those sex-crazed alien hotties. Like, you gotta love that. So that's going in the keep pile. Oh my gosh, this is so nostalgic, and I've never even seen it before. This is Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th. For me, for my memory, this was one of the very first, like, parodies or satires that I remember coming out. I very distinctly remember my best friend at the time, we were in elementary school, his younger brother, like, he had to be home on the Friday night this was coming on TV, because he wanted to watch this. And so for whatever reason, I never sat down and watched it like that week. I don't know what I was doing, because these are all movies I liked at the time. But yeah, this is in the correct aspect ratio, and I've always wanted to see it. I just never had an access to it. So Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th with Coolio. I mean, come on. This is awesome. Tom Arnold is in this. Yeah, just a great cast. So yeah, definitely holding on to this one. Excited for it, because like I said, it is nostalgic, even though I haven't seen it. But I remember my buddy, his name was Rob, and his brother was Spencer. He ended up watching that. Anyway, the next one here is Ginger Snaps Back, the beginning. So very cool. I actually picked up, I have Ginger Snaps on, I don't remember, DVD, or I bought the Scream Factory release of it, I don't recall. But I did find Ginger Snaps 2 at Disc Replay a while back, so now this is maybe the third one. I don't know how long the series is. So yeah, this is great. As long as this is in the correct aspect ratio, I will be holding on to it, and it is. The only thing, it has a fake case, so that'll be swapped out with one of the ones that I'm trading away. If I can get the thing open. There we go. Yeah, okay, good. Very cool. Ginger Snaps Back, another one for the keep pile. This is a really good half of the box here, so let's hope it stays. There's a bunch left. Okay, so this is a double feature here. Embryo and Pigs. And I feel like Pigs was released by Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know if it's the same movie or not, but that's interesting. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile, because that could be a good one for the binder. Embryo, actually, I held on to with one of my other boxes here. Embryo was in there, and I held on to that. So I'm going to put this in the maybe, just to see if I can find out more about Pigs. See if that is the one with the one that's a Vinegar Syndrome release or not. Maybe I'm just completely making that up, but the title seems familiar to me. And then we have Bloody Pit of Horror. The Crimson Executioner Cries Out for Blood. And just take a look at that box art. Oh my goodness. Directed by Max Hunter. This is a DVD release from 2005. It doesn't look like the movie looks old, but I don't know anything about this. While searching for an eerie backdrop for a macabre photo shoot, they stumble across a seemingly abandoned castle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I need to learn more about this, because this just looks interesting. It looks terrible, but it looks interesting. I'm putting that in the maybe pile, and I will come back to it. My maybe pile has never been this big before, so it's weird. But anyway, next up we have Death Factory. Oh, I thought it was brand new, but it's not. Ron Jeremy. Oh my gosh, a Brad Sykes film. Okay, this looks... I can barely even see the cover when I hold it up. It's from 2004. A half-human creature driven mad. Full screen presentation. Oh my gosh, this just looks terrible. And Ron Jeremy is in it, who is recently, we found out that he's pretty crappy. So I think I'm going to put this one in the trade pile. I don't know. Not because of the Ron Jeremy thing, but just because, like, it doesn't look very good at all. And it's in full frame, which again could be the OAR, but I don't know. I can't keep all of these. And so this just looks like one that I might be able to trade away. And if you know any different, if this is fun, let me know. I'll pull it out of the trade. Sorry, dust everywhere. I'll pull it out of the trade pile. But for now, I'm going to put it in the trade/donate pile. And then we have Dead Doll. But it's full screen, so that's disappointing. But this is directed by Adam Sherman. Yeah, and it says it is... to fit your, so it is moved from its original aspect ratio, so I will go ahead and get rid of this one. It does look kind of fun. I would definitely keep it if it was in the proper aspect ratio, but unfortunately it is not, so it'll go in the donate pile. And then we have Legend of the Chupacabra. This is awesome. Another Troma release. This is the second Troma release I've seen in here. So yeah, this is great. I don't know what the aspect ratio is on this release, but... it's Troma, so I'm going to hold on to it regardless. Really cool. Look at the back there. That's great. So yeah, this is awesome. I love when we find really cool ones like this, and this is the director's cut at that. So Legend of the Chupacabra is going in the keep pile. And we'll keep on moving here. Oh, awesome. I've never seen this before, and I've always wanted to because Mila Kunis is the lead character, American Psycho 2. I remember when this was in Blockbuster, and I always saw it and thought, man, I should rent that. But yeah, this looks fantastic, and it is in the proper aspect ratio. I really like American Psycho. I actually like the movie better than the book, but man, they are just messed up pieces of media. And so I need to see the sequel. Very cool. Happy to add that one to the collection. And then we have Bliss, an Oxygen Network original series. For women, by women. Yeah, extremely mature, ages 17 and over. The premiere season of the a full-length unedited version, a groundbreaking series, explores the desires, passions, and fantasies of women, written and directed by women in full screen format. I mean, honestly, it just looks like it's like softcore. So I will just go ahead and get rid of that one. I don't know. Like, it's interesting, but I don't know. I can't keep everything. So that one's going to go on the trade pile. Then we have Tomb of the Werewolf. This is Paul Naschy. Oh my. So is this one, oh no, it's directed by Fred Olen Ray, but Paul Naschy is in this. And the reason I know Paul Naschy is because he has I think maybe 2 actually box sets from Scream Factory, I believe. And so that's how I know the name, but I've never actually watched any of his work. But this one looks really cool. And like I said, directed by Fred Olen Ray. This is in full screen, though, which is a little bit disappointing. I need to put this in the maybe pile and just see what's going on with it. I don't think I showed the back there. I need to see what the story is there. So we will put that in the maybe pile and keep on trucking here. Oh, very cool. Do I own this one already? Oh, it's in full screen. Dang it. This is American Gothic, and this is such an iconic cover to me. I don't know. This is just really cool, and I don't think I own this one, but I think this is one that you can get on Blu-ray in the correct aspect ratio, so this one I will end up putting in the trade pile. But I'm very curious. Let me just pause for a second and check this one out. So I was right on this one. This is available on Scream Factory Blu-ray, so I will put this one aside in the trade pile because it is in full frame, so that's one I would like to get from Scream Factory at some point. So the next one here, another 4 movie pack. This is State of Shock. So this is another one from that Brentwood Home Video. So here we have Night Chills from 2002, Till Death Do Us Part from 2000, Night Train to Terror from 1998. So that's not the one where that is released by Vinegar Syndrome that I've seen recently, because that was, I want to say, from like the 80s, I think. And then Silo Killer from 2002. So this is another one that is going to go in the maybe pile for now, and I'll see what the aspect ratio is on these. It says standard on there, so I'm guessing these are all in full frame, so we'll see if that's typical or not, or if that's the OAR or not. And then we have Into the Fire. Sometimes you can't feel the heat until you're already burned. Interesting. Another full screen presentation. Oh man, I don't know. This looks like a thriller of sorts. Maybe more of a domestic thriller. Yeah, this one I think I'm going to put into the trade pile. It doesn't look terrible, but yeah, like I said, can't keep them all, and that one I don't think I'll ever get to, so I'll put that in the trade pile. And then we have, Wendigo. This is another from Scream Factory. I'm trying to remember it before I see the name. Oh, it's escaping me. It's escaping. I have the set, though. Larry Fessenden, that's who it is. Gosh, I was so annoyed I couldn't think of that. But this one, I believe, is actually in the Blu-ray collection from Scream Factory, the Fessenden collection. And so I do already own this one, Wendigo. But yeah, this one, I actually remember renting this one when I was in high school, and my buddy and I watched it, and we just died laughing because we just didn't get it. And so I want to give that one another shot. We made it like 5-10 minutes before we ended up shutting it off. But next up here, this looks cool. Fear of Clowns. So this one is in letterbox presentation, 1.78 to 1, written and directed by Kevin Kangas. Evil has a new face. Yes, Lynn is forced to confront this evil dead on or succumb completely. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to that one. Creepy clowns are awesome. So yeah, holding on to Fear of Clowns. That looks really cool. Oh, we have another thin one here. This is Warriors of the Wasteland, a Fred Williamson movie. Ooh, boy, that just looks very bad on the back. I will go ahead and that one will specifically be donated as opposed to traded. Oh my gosh, Alien Abduction, no kidding. I was just scrolling through YouTube, some of their movies, and this one was on there, Alien Abduction, and I added it to one of my lists on there to come back to. Oh, it's because it's an Asylum film. That's how I know this. I totally forgot that. Yes! This is great. Another Asylum film for me. Absolutely excited about Alien Abduction, and it is in 16:9 wide presentation, so the proper aspect ratio. Heck yes. Alien Abduction. So excited when I get Asylum films. Another thin one here that'll go into the trade pile. This is Breathing Fire and Angel of Fury. And actually, this one is completely empty. So this box will just go into the trash because I don't like using those small ones. Ooh, we have a Lucio Fulci collection movie here. This is Demonia. I have not heard of this one before. Has an interesting cover, and this is from Shriek Show, which I think there was some other ones from Shriek Show from this inherited collection here. No Evil Deed Goes Undone. Oh, man, but it is in... No, that's at Fulci. I was reading it as full screen. I don't see if there is an aspect ratio on this anywhere, which is disappointing. Let me see if there's anything on the inside that tells me, but it doesn't look like it. So yeah, I don't know anything about this Fulci film. If you guys do, let me know. But yeah, oh, you know what? Did Fulci he wrote this? Yeah, he did direct it. Okay. So I don't know this one. So I'm going to put this in the maybe pile to see if I can find if this is a widescreen or full screen disc. My app is pretty good at telling me, so I'll find out. Put that in the maybe pile. Ooh, and then we have Serenity here, which is a sci-fi movie that I've always meant to watch, but I never have. I do have this one on Blu-ray in the collection, though, so I will put this in the trade pile. But this is just a really cool cover, if you can make it out there. It just looks really nice. And so that one's going in the trade pile. Oh, yes! There was another one in the last box of this Roughneck Starship Troopers Chronicles. This is the Homefront campaign. So this is going to be another portion of the TV series. I hope there's more of these because, like I said, the last ones were like episodes 20-ish to 24, something like that. So hopefully these will be a little bit earlier than that, and we'll keep getting new ones. So that'll go in the keep pile for sure. Oh, awesome. The Mangler Reborn. Heck yes, this is cool. In widescreen, I always love this cover art, directed by Eric Gardner. The Ultimate Killing Machine is back. The Mangler wasn't, what's his name? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Wasn't he in the original Mangler? I believe he was. Robert Englund. I'm embarrassed how long it took me to think of Robert Englund's name. But either way, I'm not cutting it out. Here we are. The Mangler Reborn. I really feel like Robert Englund was in the original one, but that's going in the keep pile as well. Oh, this is cool. Oh, darn it. This is in full screen. This is a movie I've always been interested in because it reminded me of like something like The Descent. But this one is in full screen, so I will not be holding onto this one, which is a shame. But yeah, it looks interesting. Like, the cover is awesome. I love that. I want to say I actually came across this one streaming somewhere recently and was about to hit play, but then I ended up doing something else. So I need to watch it, though. The Cave will go into the trade pile. Ooh, very good. This is the I-2, and this is like the original, what was Cantonese? Let me see. This was Thai, the original Thai film. Oh, this is great. And only presented in widescreen to recreate the theatrical viewing experience. Thank goodness. Once again, the Pang brothers explore the troubled and complicated relationship between the spirit world and the living. This is awesome. The Eye, while it's not my favorite like J-horror film, I really liked it. It was creepy and much better than the, what was it, Jessica Alba remake, right? She was in the US remake of it. So The Eye 2, honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen this one, but I am very excited to add that one to the collection. J-horror gets me more than most horror movies do. They tend to scare me just a ton, and so I love watching them. Another 4-movie pack from, yep, you guessed it, Brentwood Home Video here. This is a vampire one. Interesting cover. So we have Vampire Stakes from 2002, Vulture's Eye from 2004, Abomination, The Evil Maker 2 from 2003, and then The Darkness from 2003. So this is another one I'm sure is going to say standard on here, and it does. So I'll put this in the maybe pile and come back to all of those and see what I can find out. And then we have Shaka Zulu, based on the true story of the legendary African leader, the last great warrior. I've never even heard of that name before. Oh my gosh. So the cast: David Hasselhoff, Karen Allen, Henry Keel, James Fox, Omar Sharif, and Grace Jones. It's the true story of the legendary African warrior and his struggle to unite his people against the largest empire in the world. Oh, it's in full frame. That's disappointing. How long is this, though? Because this might... No, it's just 94 minutes. I was thinking, some of these, they don't mark them as such, but you can tell if they're super long that they're actually a mini-series, and so that full frame aspect ratio is the original one. So, unfortunately, this one I will put into the trade pile. If it was widescreen, I might have held on to it, but... yeah, it looks interesting, but I've never heard of that character before, so... or, not character, I've never heard of that person before. Oh, awesome. Red Water with Christy Swanson, Coolio, and Lou Diamond Phillips. Oh, it's in full frame. Dang it. This is right up my alley. Lots of shark movies in here. This looks so fun. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile just to make sure because it looks really cool, but I'm guessing that one will probably end up in the trade pile. Oh, we have... this would be a binder one. Ooh, and it's Constantine, and it is in there. And you know what? I think I'm going to put that in my binder just because I don't think I have that one. And I actually really liked Constantine. Mind you, I haven't seen it since my buddies and I went to go see it in theaters. And I'm wrong because I actually have it on Blu-ray. I forgot. Whenever I have like triple packs, I always forget sometimes what movies are in there. And that is in one of my triple packs with V for Vendetta as well. So I will put that in the donate pile. And then we have Rena Marrow. Rena Marrow? Isn't that Sable? From WWE? It is. Oh my gosh. What is this? Slaves of the Realm. I did not know that Sable was in movies. Like, I had no idea. Widescreen format, yes, thank you. Oh my god, I am so excited about this. This is fantastic. Mrs. Brock Lesnar is in this movie, and that is just amazing to me. Oh my god, yes, 100% keeping that one. I have to watch that like tonight. I need to know what the heck that's about. That's awesome. I had no idea. And then we have Board Heads, which just looks like bad fun. Look at that cover though, that's great. And it's in widescreen, thank goodness. Grab your swimsuit and apply plenty of sunscreen because this wildly sexy and funny romp through the beach circuit is a scorcher. Yeah, I'm holding on to this one. This just looks fun. There's no time to waste. Surf's Up. Written and directed by John Quinn. So yeah, I'm definitely holding on to this. This looks like it's going to be a blast. Is it in here? Oh! Oh, that's a downer. It is not in here. So typically, I can tell if a movie's in here or not because of the weight of it. I can feel it. And that's why you'll see me open up some of them just to check. And so at the end of this, I go through and I clean everything that I'm keeping and I check that there's actually a disc in there. And so I would have caught that at one point. But unfortunately, Board Heads will just be an excellent replacement case because it's in great shape. So I will put that one down on the floor for now, but that's disappointing because that looked like a lot of fun and I'd never heard of it before. All right, so this is the last of the like 2/3, so we're reaching the 2/3 point. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Cool World, heck yes. This is the Ralph Bakshi film. This is so cool. Kim Basinger Is that, yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, Brad Pitt is in this. I didn't even know that. And it's in widescreen. Oh, awesome. First we had Heavy Metal, and then Heavy Metal 2000, and now Cool World. Oh, awesome. Just awesome. All right, so let me pause for a second and get some water before we go into the last little line of movies here. All right, so I just looked down and saw this big giant one, and it sounds ridiculous. So I'm going to pull this one first. This is Toga Parties, 10 movies, and it's from, again, Brentwood Home Video. I have literally never even heard of Brentwood Home Video before, and I now have potentially like 4 releases from them in my collection of these giant multi-packs. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go through here. You know what? I'm not going to go through all these. I'll hold it up, but it just looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. The cover itself looks great. So you can see some of the movies listed there. Toga Party, Illegal Affairs, Bikini Med School. I mean, this is one where, like, I will probably just put this in the collection, and maybe I could do a whole video on these at some point, because that would be fun. I'm keeping it. I'm not even putting it in the maybe pile. I don't care. I'm keeping that one. That looks great. All right, next up here, Tom Berenger and Karen Black. Oh my gosh. In Praise of Older Women. All right. So we know that the person I inherited this from clearly was into horror movies and like erotic thrillers, because there are just a ton in this collection. And I love that Karen Black is in this. That's awesome. But I don't know if this is one I actually need to keep or not. Grows up in a turbulent, war-torn Hungary. Yeah, starts to have affairs with women at a very early age. I don't know. So yeah, this one doesn't look terrible. And again, another erotic thriller, but just one that I don't think I'm going to need. I don't know. Again, I know there are some of you who are like experts in the erotic thriller genre, and I thank you for leaving those comments. Tell me if you know anything about In Praise of Older Women, because that's one I might keep if I hear some good things about it. And then we have Shannon Tweed in Naked Lies. Shannon Tweed has an offer you can't refuse. Okay, so I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. It is in widescreen, directed by Ralph Portillo. Rated R, go south of the border for a sexy, sultry thriller. Okay, so like this one, though, I will hold on to. I can't hold on to all of them, but this one looks fun. This one reminds me of, oh my gosh, the name is going to escape me now, but we watched it for like the 100th episode of the Cinefessions podcast, and it was a lot of fun. Feels very similar to that, so I'm going to put that one in the keep pile. Oh, very cool. This is awesome. Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. So I've actually watched this one a long time ago. Like, it was brand new, and I want to say my cousin bought it on DVD, and we ended up watching it that way. And I remember liking it, but now I don't remember anything about it. He was real big into Final Fantasy. I wasn't at the time. Not that I am now, really. Like, I appreciate them, I respect them, but I don't really play them too often. And so, yeah, this one I do not have in the collection, so I will definitely be holding on to Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. Another cool one for the collection. Oh my gosh. This. Oh my goodness. Just take a look. Dominion Tank Police. U.S. Manga Corps. Sci-fi action from the director of Noir and Dot Hack. A tale with over-the-top cops, guns, and police academy-style hijinks. Is this an anime series or is this a movie? Gosh, I don't even know. I can't find a runtime on here. Looks like it's from 1988. It has the original Japanese, English and Japanese with English subtitles. Oh man, this is awesome. Welcome to the year 2010 AD. Oh my God, 11 years ago. Crazy. Okay, so I honestly don't know if this is a movie or a series, but I do know I am holding on to this because this is really interesting. What do we have here? Oh my gosh, you guys. That is amazing. Look at that. This little poster in there that comes with it. Heck yes. Very cool. And I think this is a movie because I'm looking at like the different acts and there's 4 acts. So I'm thinking that's a movie. But oh my God, this is so cool. Wow, what an interesting release. From, yeah, U.S. Manga Corps. That's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's just cool. Probably the most interesting release I've seen here. Obviously, I will have to replace this case. Fortunately, it looks like the cover art's in great shape. I doubt I'll be able to find another clear one, but I'll have to go through all the ones that I'm getting rid of to see. But anyway, yeah, I'm holding on to Dominion Tank Police. Awesome. Just cool, man. All right, and then we have Boat Trip. Now this I've heard of. This is Cuba Gooding Jr., Vivica A. Fox, Horatio Sands. I want to say this is like a gay boat cruise, if I'm not mistaken. And this adventurous cruise will never forget. After his girlfriend turns down his marriage proposal, Jerry sets sail on a cruise that will have you rolling with laughter. Oh, so maybe I was making that first part up. But yeah, this looks really fun. Presented in widescreen. So yeah, I will hold on to this one. This looks like just like a fun comedy. Yeah, and I love cruises. We are a cruising family, which obviously has not happened since the pandemic, unfortunately. But, oh, yes! Very cool. So this is full screen, but I believe that's normal because I think this was a mini series. Dinotopia. Yeah, 240 minutes. Actually, does it say mini series on here somewhere? No, it doesn't, but I'm fairly certain this is a mini series. But yeah, 240 minutes long. So that's a very long movie. It's not a movie, it's a mini series. But this was one that I remember some people actually found at the Dollar Tree, I want to say. And I was always disappointed that I couldn't find it because I thought the idea of this was super interesting. So yes, excited about this one. This is a really cool ad for the collection. Awesome. Dinotopia, definitely going into the keep pile. My keep pile is so big, and I have so many in the maybe pile. It's crazy. This is a really good box. I'm surprised to see this in here. Nothing else would have led me to believe that he was a hunter or interested in hunting, but this is Best of Megabucks 4, 5, and 6. I am not a hunter, could not care less about that, so that's going in the trade pile. Oh, this is cool. Roger Corman Classics, Piranha. But I do own this one already. This one actually is a Joe Dante film, if you weren't aware. And this one was okay. Like, I started watching this a long time ago, right when I first got the original DVD. But I ended up falling asleep and just never went back to it. The remake for this, though, one of my favorite remakes ever. Like, it is so much fun. It's so good. The sequel to the remake, Piranha 3 Double D. Come on, guys. Those are great movies. Like, they are just so much fun. So anyway, I will be getting rid of that one. Oh, we have another copy of Heavy Metal 2000. So this is how I remember Heavy Metal 2000 from Blockbuster. So I think I will swap out this case for the one that I kept already. Look at that. That's really cool. 4 collectible album packages. That is interesting as heck. So yeah, this one I will, well, obviously it'll count as like a traded movie, but I will swap this case out with the one I already have because, at least the box art. That's what I'm looking for. At least the box art, because that box art is really cool. So I'm actually going to put that on the floor as well, so I don't forget. Okay. American Pie meets Risky Business, only funnier. This is Going Down. All right. So, I mean, the cover alone would have absolutely sold me as a high school student, no doubt about it. From 2003. Yeah, it just looks like it exactly what you think. It is a, like, American Pie ripoff, basically. So, yes, I am holding on to this because apparently the high school me hasn't changed very much at all. Yeah, but this looks fun. So, yeah, I'm going to hold on to that one. Obviously, I love American Pie. It's just my era of being in high school, so I will hold on to that one. The Brown Bunny. Chloe Savini is in this. I don't know what this is at all. I've never even heard of this before. It's both a love story and a haunting portrait of a lost soul unable to forget his past. This one is in widescreen, written, directed, and produced by Vincent Gallo. So is this like mumblecore, maybe? I don't even know. I really have no clue, but I'm keeping it because it looks interesting, and so I want to learn more about it. I will swap out the case because that's kind of messed up, but looks interesting, good enough for me. And then we have Secretaries, Dirty Office Secrets. I don't even know. A nonstop seduction of the clerical kind. Oh my god, another one. It's just like softcore adult film. Oh my goodness, look at that back there. That looks amazing. I mean, like, I got rid of most of them, but this just looks like fun. And the fact that this was at Family Video, and like it wasn't in the, adult section at Family Video. This was in the 2-for-1. Actually, this green dot used to mean nearly new. And so at one point, this ended up at Family Video. So like, I'm going to hold on to this one. Judge me if you want. That one looks interesting. I'm holding on to it. And then we have Death to the Supermodels with Jamie Presley. I already want to keep it just by looking at the cover. It's in widescreen. It's sold. They're hot, they're stupid, and they're about to get killed. Oh my god. Like, this is something that could like only work in the mid-2000s, and it just looks amazing. I am definitely holding on to this. Oh, gosh. You know what? I think most of these movies here were ones that I picked up thanks to this inherited movie collection, but that's a keeper for sure. Oh, we actually have oh man, a completely loose disc here, but it's Inspector Gadget. How cool is that? Gadget Boy. Oh boy. Oh, this one's a little messy though. That one's actually just going to be tossed in the trash because that disc is all scratched up. Ooh, In the Realm of the Senses. This is actually a Criterion release that I have on Blu-ray. So that's interesting, but this is one that I will end up trading away because, like I said, I do own this one already. So that one's going in there. Wolfbound. No, I don't know. It's either Wolfbound or Wolfhound. I guess I can't tell because of the font. But this looks interesting. I haven't even showed you. I'm sorry. Returning to his parents' ancestral home, Colin Kennedy discovers an Irish village populated by animalistic shapeshifters. Oh my gosh, this looks so great. And by great, I mean terrible, but like terribly great. Oh my gosh, this is from 2002. I don't know what the aspect ratio is on this, but man, I don't even know. The front of this looks kind of messed up. Let's see if I can get this disc out of here without breaking anything. So it was very difficult getting that disc out of there, but I did see it. It looks all right. Not in great shape, but it's okay. And the movie is actually called Wolfhound. I could tell on the DVD itself, it actually says Wolfhound. So I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to this one. Like, it just looks ridiculous, but like the kind of ridiculous I like. So I'm going to hold on to that one. Oh, here's another one from whatever this company is. This Diamond Entertainment. This is Slave of the Cannibal God. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I want to keep this one so badly. Let's see. It doesn't tell me what the aspect ratio is, so I have to assume that it is the full screen. Oh no. Look at that. Widescreen edition. Absolutely. I don't think I have this one. I have like a handful of cannibal films, and honestly, it's not even my favorite genre, but I want to see if I have this one, and I don't. So I will hold on to Slave of the Cannibal God. That looks great, and it's in widescreen. Oh, very cool. Why have I heard of this movie? This is Hot Dog, the movie. And I want to say this is another comedy. Yeah, Rocky meets Animal House on skis. So this looks fun. Oh, it's modified to fit my TV screen. Ah, what a shame. Directed by Peter Markle. That looks like a lot of fun, but I will not be holding on to this one because it's not the correct aspect ratio. So that's disappointing. That looks like really fun. Oh my gosh. And then we have Ski School 2. Like, look at this. I love it. They're just back to back. That's great. All right, Ski School 2. Probably another one I'll be getting rid of, unfortunately. Looks fun, but I can't find an aspect ratio. I don't have the original. I don't know. And obviously, we love the cover. Like, it just looks fun. Another one that was from Family Video. I can't tell what the aspect ratio is on this one. I think I'm going to have to get rid of that one too, unfortunately. So they're very, very much a theme in this box. Here. All right, so this is Bikini Summer 2. Fun in the sun with the young and clueless. Oh my goodness. This one is full screen. You know what? I'm putting Ski School 2 and Bikini Summer 2 into the maybe pile just to check and see, because I mean, they just look like fun. So let's make sure that I'm not, missing out on something. Oh, look at Bikini Summer, the original. Awesome. And that is in full screen as well. So yeah, I'll put this one in the maybe pile as well. See what I can find out about it. I hope I can keep both of them, but we shall see. Ooh, Turistas. So this is a good slasher film that I do already own, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just pop this one up here and double check. But yeah, this is one that I've not seen in a very long time. But yes, I do own this one already. So I will put Turistas into the trade pile. All right, let's just grab the top one here. This is Somersault, it looks like. Love Can Turn You Upside Down. So I don't know anything about this. It's not rated. The film contains nudity, sexual content, violence, and language. It is in the correct aspect ratio. But after making a misjudged advance toward her mother's boyfriend, 16-year-old Heidi flees from her home to the small Australian ski town. Creates a new life for herself. I don't know. Doesn't sound terrible by any stretch, but I don't think I'll get around to it. I'm going to put this one in the trade pile. Oh my gosh. Baywatch Hawaiian Wedding. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Was this actually a movie, or was this just... Yeah, okay. This Baywatch Hawaiian Wedding extended version features never before available until now. Features footage never before available until now. Okay. So... I don't know if this was an episode of the show that was just expanded out, or if this was actually a full-length movie. But, oh, it's been so long since I've watched Baywatch. But, like, how do you not hold on to this? Keeping it. That looks just fun. So, gonna hold on to that one. Ooh, another snapper case here. This is Kate Blanchett and Charlotte Gray. The story of an extraordinary woman. Oh, I'm sorry. The story of an ordinary woman in an extraordinary time. This is another one I just never heard of, but it looks like a potentially, yeah, World War II film. This doesn't look bad at all. It is in widescreen. Directed by Gillian Armstrong. So I don't know, I'm interested in this. Yeah, this is a war movie, but which I don't watch a ton of, but I like them when I do. So I'm going to hold on to this one. This looks interesting. I hope I can get this off of here. I ruined my The Swarm. Oh my gosh, it's on there pretty good. But I don't know if you guys remember in the last video, I had The Swarm, which was in a snapper case, or snapper case, and I ended up ruining that one, but it is what it is. The movie's fine, it's just the case is now messed up, so I got that one off pretty well, which is good. But anyway, I'm going to put that in the keep pile. Just a couple more here. And this one is Scion, Empires Clash on a Techno-Medieval Planet. Volume 2, episodes 8 to 14. I want to say I had a different volume of this in another box. So this is actually a digital comic book, which is really strange. I don't know, kind of cool, but nothing I'm going to hold on to. And then, yep, last one here. What's it going to be? Please be a good one. Oh, awesome. 8mm 2. Very cool. Please be the right aspect ratio. And it is. Thank goodness. I actually just found the original 8mm. I don't think it was from this. I think it was from Disc Replay, maybe late last year. But yeah, this is the sequel, and so I'm definitely holding on to this. This looks fun. Jonathan Sheath and Laurie Huring. I don't recognize the actors in this one. Directed by J.S. Cardone. So clearly a lower budget sequel from the original, but that's fine. Holding on to this one. This one looks like a lot of fun, and like I said, I have the original, so I might as well hold on to the sequel. So 8mm 2 is going in the giant keep pile over here. So I have a very hefty maybe pile. Let me start going through those and seeing what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to end up trading off. All right, so I'm keeping more than I'm ending up getting rid of from the maybe pile. So basically we have all of these are in the wrong aspect ratio. The Unnameable 2, Hammerhead, unfortunately, also known as Sharkman, Expecting Mercy, The Brain Machine, which I would have guessed was an 80s movie, but it's actually a 70s movie, I think 72, Miners Massacre, Pigs is available on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome, so I was correct about that, Bloody Pit of Horror, and, whoops, Red Water. I'm dropping everything. So those ones are all going to go into the trade pile, and then a whole bunch here that I'm going to end up holding on to. I'm basically keeping all of the multi-packs because most of the movies in there are in their correct aspect ratio. So we have Vamps, Drenched in Blood, and State of Shock. I'm holding on to all of those. I'm going to hold on to these ridiculous looking movies. Ski School 2 I'll hold on to, even though I don't have the original. And then Bikini Summer 1 and... Bikini Summer 1 and Bikini Summer 2. Like, when I looked at it, the S looked like a 2 because I'm looking at it backward. Anyway, I'm going to hold on to those because those are in the proper aspect ratio. And then, as far as I can tell, these ones are correct as well. Cyclops. What do we have? The Horror Within, Tomb of the Werewolf, and Demonia, which is like a 1990 Lucio Fulci film. So I will be holding on to those as well. So like I said, the results were pretty good. There were a couple in there like Red Water and the Hammerhead one, or whatever it was called, the Half Man, Half Shark. I really would have liked to hold on to those, but they're not in the right aspect ratio. So I don't know. I guess I should look to see if I can find them on DVD elsewhere, but I didn't do that while I was looking. But anyway, if I decide to keep them, I will, put up the correct number at the end. But for the time being, that's what I'm keeping. And then the others are what I'm getting rid of. All right, guys, so another super successful box, or a half a box in this instance, I guess, but my keep pile is gigantic. I'm not going to try to pick it up because there's just too many movies there, but you should now be seeing how many I'm keeping, how many of these are going into a binder, which I think it was just the one at this point, and then how many I am putting in the donate/trade pile. So there should be a lot of movies this time around, I'm guessing, much like the first half of this box. I would guess probably around the same number, maybe a little bit less, because I think think in the first part of this, there were more thin cases than there were in this one. But either way, you should be seeing that. And I think there were pretty good results here. But I want to hear from you guys down below. Is there anything that I'm getting rid of that you think I should hold on to, or vice versa? I love when you guys are able to save some movies for me. So please leave those comments down below. I always read them and they really mean a lot. So definitely help me save some movies that I might be getting rid of that might be a lot of fun. But that is it for today, guys. So as always, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. And I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.